So today we're going to do some Mexican cookery. We're going to start off with making some wheat tortillas. I've got baking powder, plain flour, oil and warm water. So what we're going to do, into the mixer, we just want a little smooth dough. Starts coming away from the side of the bowl. That's our tortilla mix done. So that's our dough out of the mixer. This will make about 16 tortillas, obviously depending on the size of the tortillas you want. So the next step, we're just going to cut them into pieces, and with each piece of dough, a little round, and just gently, with the palm of your hand, into a little ball like that, and we keep them on a floured surface for about 20 minutes. So what we need to do, a little bit of flour underneath, cover them for about 20 minutes to relax with a clean tea towel. So the tortilla dough's been rested for about 20 minutes, and we're now going to make the tortillas. So a nicely floured surface. I'm going to roll the tortillas out as thin as we can. So if you can see there, nice and thin, ready to go in a hot pan. So we put the tortilla wrap into a hot pan, and we just need to cook this for about a minute. You'll see in a moment little bubbles coming on top, and that's when we need to turn it over. So the idea is not to overcook the tortilla. If we just have a look, we have a few little specks of brown coming on the sides. So we turn it over, 4 to 5 seconds on the other side, and onto a clean cloth. We wrap the tortilla in a clean cloth, ready to be used. So we repeat cooking the tortillas until they're all cooked. You can stack them on top of each other now. Just keep them into a dry cloth, clean dry cloth. So here are the finished tortillas, nice and soft. Just remember to keep them covered until you're going to use them. If you're not going to use them all at once, we can freeze them. Tomato sauce, Mexican style. Half a red onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 plum tomatoes, 2 red chilies. So once the tomatoes and onions and garlic have been blended, we just pour the sauce into a hot pan with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to reduce that until it goes a nice deep red colour and the sauce is thick. Back to the tomato sauce. You can see now how it's gone from an insipid pink to a nice red tomato colour. There we have our finished tomato sauce. So for the next salsa we're going to do is just a very quick raw tomato salsa. So we've got diced tomatoes, a little bit of diced red onion, some red chilli, as little or as much as you want, depending on your tolerance. Again, another good squeeze of lemon juice. A good pinch of salt. You need the salt to really bring the flavour out. And then finish it off with a little bit of chopped coriander. You can use the stalks in there as well. And there you've got a simple fresh tomato sauce. Make some guacamole. So we've got finely chopped red onion, we've got chopped tomatoes, half a lime and an avocado. To get the lime juice out of here, if they're quite tight, microwave for about 20 seconds and you'll get a lot more juice out. To take the stone out of the avocado, a little knock with your knife and a little twist. So we've peeled and diced the avocado, just put the lemon juice in and we're just going to gently mash the avocado. You still want a fair bit of structure to it, certainly not blended. And then we're going to add a little bit of the onion and the tomato, a touch of salt, and there you have your guacamole. Now if you're not going to use that straight away, put your avocado stone back in and that will stop it from discolouring. Refried beans, so we've got a tin of kidney beans, because of lockdown we can't get any black beans, and half a red onion and a chilli. So what we're going to do, saute your onion when it's nice and soft, add your beans, little bit of the juice in with it, and then we're just going to add a whole chilli. And the idea is that we just get a little smoky chilli flavour going through the beans, nothing too hot. And as we're cooking them, we just start to squash them into a paste. You might need to add a little bit of stock, but we just keep cooking them down and smashing them as they're cooking. And then we have the refried beans. We'll just discard the discard the chilli and save the beans for a future use. So for the last salsa, we've got red onions that we've blanched in boiling water for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. They've still got a little bit of texture to them. And so we just want to put them in a bowl. Some vinegar, I've got rice wine vinegar here. So a little bit of vinegar. A few chilies, again, to your tolerance. A little bit of salt. And we've just then got a nice, fresh, pickled red onion. So for the first dish using the tortillas, we're just going to make some little tortilla chips. So into triangles and then into a pan of hot oil. So we just put the tortilla chips into some hot oil, keep turning them until they're nice and brown. So nice and brown, just take them out of the pan. If you've got a slotted spoon, that'd be better. And there we go, there's your tortillas ready. So there's your first dish. It's homemade tortilla chips, guacamole, little Mexican salsa. Great while you're doing a quiz or watching the telly, nice little family snack. Huevos rancheros, and we're going to start by frying the tortilla. Again, the same as the tortilla crisps, want it nice and brown, ready for the base of the rancheros. So to finish the huevos rancheros, without a doubt is my favourite Mexican food. Great in the mornings if you've had a night out the night before. So we have a fried tortilla, refried beans, a fried egg on top of that, and then a good lashing of the tomato sauce. Huevos rancheros. So for this next one, we've got a little tostada. So a fried tortilla, a little bit of guacamole, a little bit of refried beans, a touch of lettuce that's just had a touch of olive oil in it. We've got a quickly pan fried piece of beef, a nice dollop of sour cream, And we're just going to finish off with the pickled red onion. So there we have a beef tostada. So to finish off, we're just going to make a quick fajita, and as you can see, these have been in the cloth now for about 3/4 of an hour, and they're still nice and pliable. So we'll just take a tortilla, a little bit of guacamole, touch of lettuce, a little bit of the beef we've got left from the tostada. Remember, we can use chicken, you can use vegetables, maybe a little bit of the salsa. Wrap it up. And there we have our final dish, which is a little beef fajita.